This is a mixture I've made of burley, dark fired burley. That means smoked. Once it's cured, I smoke it and then I ferment it. And dark fired Virginia, Ligero. So the top leaves of the Virginia, the tiny little short leaves with all the oils, I use them for either fillers in cigars, or in this case I smoke it with manuka smoke. The stem here is made out of remu. It is a native wood to New Zealand. This here is from a tree that I may do a video on quite soon. Down the road from me, it's growing on the corner, and it's been there for quite a few years, suffering and bending and in the wind and just growing amazing shapes basically. And I think it's just the most beautiful tree in New Zealand is the manuka tree. Weather hardened, tough, strong, beautiful, smells amazing, great for cooking, very healthy for you, makes the best honey in the entire world. New Zealand manuka honey. This is a manuka stick that had fallen off the tree, and it fallen off basically with high winds basically, and then the sugars, they retract back down the stem, so you need to work out where the sugars have ended up, and then you need to cut a piece of stick like this with a little branch that sticks out like this, and all you have to do is drill through this stick and then drill through this down to the bottom, and then make yourself a stem. And that could be something as simple as this. And this is a what is it? A walnut tree, and it's the same idea. In this case, the stem is a little bit more formed because of the way the tree grew. So that's your stick coming out the side. So I've done the same thing. It's better if you drill them and cut them when they're green. So I used a chisel to just sort of like shape the bottom. And then I drilled the holes through the middle. And then all I did was, even while it was still green, kind of wet, not wet, but soft, not bone hard dry. Otherwise the bark falls off. So then I would cover it in super glue, and all you have to do there is put a little bit of super glue on a glove that's not made of latex, and smear it all over, and that will set hard, and it seeps into the wood and makes the wood really hard. And then if you don't want to make a stem like this, I made a bent stem like this because I wanted to give a gift to a lovely French lady. She's the girlfriend of my friend, and she got the other bent stem. So I made a bent stem that was about this long here, and then I cut it in half, and I sent half to her, and I've got the other half. And this here is dry grass, that barley grass stuff that you always find growing on curbs. Well, I just stuck it on here with super glue, and then I covered it in super glue, and it absorbed instantly. And then I actually sanded it so it was nice and smooth, and then I treated it with super glue again, and then I sanded it till it was very smooth. And that way there's no bits sticking up that can accidentally get caught. So this burley Virginia, I'm just going to pack a pipe, and then I will go outside and show you the absolutely retarded plants that I've got. So these are the burleys. This one is going yellow slowly. These seeds began in before the end of summer last year, and they are still ripening. I'll pick the end off this one. This one here is a burley apparently, but it is so different with this crocodile skin compared to all the other burleys. Now you've got to understand that these are leheros at this point. The secos have been taken off. Right, so these are going to need harvesting in the next 2 months. These are ripening in the middle of winter. So the only thing that is saving these plants is the fact that it's under shelter, and this here is concrete, and it warms up during the day, and then I've got a concrete wall here. I think that's the only reason these plants are alive, because everybody I know that's growing tobacco, like every morning when I wake up this morning, this entire lawn is covered in ice and frost. Very, very hard frost, like freezing frost, where it literally pushes the water out of the ground kind of frost. And yet here we've got these leaves which have changed. They didn't used to look like this. So that makes me think, and look at this. Little aphid in the middle of the frost. So that's telling me that our weather is crazy, and plus these plants were planted 6 months too late, because the lawn guy, when I planted these plants, came through with his mower and mowed 6 months worth of plants thinking they were weeds. So after these harvest, these leheros, they will be done for. I will not be growing them again, and I will be growing South American varieties. And if anyone out there has Prilep or Prelep, a Turkish tobacco, or some sort of Asian Turkish hybrid aromatic, like Prilep is used for things like hookahs and hookahs, or whatever you call them. We call them haji bajis, but anyway, Prilep. I need Prilep, Turkish Prilep, for aromatics, for pipe tobaccos, and also for cigars, if anyone out there does in New Zealand have Prilep.